Hello and welcome to Tasha Determined Health, Wellness, and Fitness YouTube channel. In today's video, I will be making a plant-based cheeseburger. Yes, plant-based, but with the right seasoning, plant-based cheeseburgers can taste really delicious. I would like to move over to the ingredients that I will be using for the plant-based cheeseburger. The first ingredient that I would like to mention is Beyond Burger plant-based patties. This is a great alternative to ground beef. And I would like to provide a quick overview of the nutrition facts. Nutrition facts: 1 patty. Calories per serving, 260, which means that 1 patty has 260 calories, which is a great amount of calories for 1 patty. We have our macronutrients listed. Macronutrients are fats, carbs, and protein. So for the total fats, we have 18 grams, total carbs 5 grams, protein 20 grams. I'd like to express or emphasize the importance of the protein within this particular plant-based patty. This has a great amount of protein for 1 patty. I know there's a misconception or maybe just a misunderstanding when it relates to protein in plant-based or vegetarian diets. Now, a lot of people may think that, okay, if you're plant-based or you're vegetarian, you may not be getting enough protein. But trust me, you are. Just think, where do animals get their proteins from? Answer: plants. All protein is derived from plants. More about that to come later. Another reason why this meal is healthy compared to using ground beef or going out to getting cheeseburgers at a fast food restaurant is the cheese. Just like cheddar cheese, this is 100% vegan, and it's literally just like cheddar cheese. Here's some quick nutrition facts. 1 slice, 60 calories. Great total amount of carbs, fats, protein, 0 grams, but that's fine because we're getting plenty of proteins from our plant-based patty as well as our hamburger bun. Okay, so here's our 100% whole wheat hamburger bun, another great alternative. 100% whole wheat is a great alternative to white bread, and the reason why, one of the main reasons, because of the fiber. This has a great source of fiber. Okay, and here, the listing of the other ingredients. We have ketchup, mustard, pickles. We have Miracle Whip. We have the salt-free garlic and herb, triple blend, pepper, salt, and we also have extra virgin olive oil, which I will be discussing later. Now for the toppings that I will be using are the traditional toppings that we use on hamburgers and cheeseburgers, such as lettuce, tomatoes, and for those that like onion, which I'm an onion person, we're going to use onions. Now we're going to move on to preparing our side. We're going to be having sweet potato fries with our plant-based cheeseburgers. Sweet potato fries are a great alternative, healthier than rustic potatoes. Here's the sweet potato that I'm going to use. I'm going to cut this up. First I'm going to peel it. And when filling your potatoes, it's okay to use a potato peeler or a peeler, or if you want to use the knife, that's okay. Now that we have peeled our sweet potato, the next step is to cut these into fries. So I'm going to first start by cutting the sides off. Now that we have cut up our sweet potato into fries, we're going to be moving on to cutting up our tomatoes as well as our onions. And also the lettuce. Now that we've cut up our sweet potatoes into fries and also cut up our toppings for the hamburger, now it's time to move on to actually making the plant-based patties. So when I cook my plant-based patties, I do like to cook them on medium heat. That's a pretty nice temperature for cooking plant-based patties. So I'm going to use this olive oil. This is great olive oil. It's a great alternative to other types of oil. Also, great macronutrients. 1 tablespoon, 120 calories. So I'm going to put some of this into my frying pan for the hamburgers. Then once I do have them in the skillet, I do like to toss the skillet just so I can get that oil all over the frying pan. So now that I have the oil spread out within the frying pan, next step is to put the Beyond Beef burgers or patties into the frying pan or the skillet. And I really like these because they come in a nice size. So just put them right into the skillet. I'm cooking 4 Beyond Burger plant-based patties because my family would like to try these as well. Now that we have the plant-based patties into the skillet, I'm going to top them off with some seasoning. Remember at the beginning I said about plant-based cheeseburgers, the way they taste delicious is with seasoning. Salt-free, garlic and herb, put some of that on there. Dash table blend, also salt-free. Himalayan salt. Just a tad bit of Himalayan salt because I am cautious on the amount of sodium or salt that I put into my meals. So just a tad bit of this salt. And also the pepper. You hear that sizzling? That's a good temperature. So I did turn the heat up slightly just so the heat can increase. But now that it's at a good temperature, I'm going to slow it down because I want these to cook at a good temperature so these plant-based patties can be moist and tender. So as indicated, got it right on medium heat. They got a nice good sizzle to them. That's what we want with plant-based patties, a nice sizzle. So now that they got a nice sizzle, we're turning down the heat. Now I have these plant-based patties cooked for about 15 minutes, I'll say about 7.5 minutes on each side. So about 15 minutes total for these plant-based patties and they'll be done. Now that we have our plant-based patties cooking, while the plant-based patties are cooking, we can put our sweet potato fries into the air fryer. Now, the reason why I like using an air fryer is because it does provide that crispy fried taste to sweet potatoes. But if you do not have an air fryer, it's totally fine to put them in the oven. It will still give it that crispy, nice taste. So I have the sweet potato fries in the air fryer. And right before I actually cut the temperature on, I am going to put some extra virgin olive oil into this just to give it that oil and to help it get that crispy texture. So for the sweet potato fry that I'm going to be putting into the air fryer, I'm going to use extra virgin olive oil. Now this is great for things that if you're going to bake or put in the air fryer, you really don't need too much of this oil, just a little bit to put onto the sweet potato fries. Okay. And another seasoning that I like to use for the sweet potato fries is garlic and herbs. I am a garlic woman. I do love my garlic and herbs. And also just a tad bit of Himalayan salt. And just a little bit of pepper. We have our olive oil, we have our seasoning on there. Now it's time to put them in the air fryer. I really like this air fryer and it has various symbols for the meals you would like to cook. In this case, we're cooking sweet potato fries. So I'm going to set it on a setting that is for fries. Okay, there's this emblem right here. This represents fries. So I'm going to press the menu button for the sweet potato fries. All I have to do now is just press the power button and it's going to cook for about 25 minutes at 380 degrees, which is a great temperature for fries. So I'm going to let this cook, and while this is cooking, I'll be looking at my plant-based patties just to make sure that they're cooking properly and they're almost done. Now the plant-based patties, they're pretty much done. So the final step is to put the cheese on top of the plant-based patties. But it's important to note, if you do not plan to flip your burger anymore, now is a great time to put your cheese on top of the plant-based patty. Here's the vegan cheese that I mentioned earlier. Just put it right on top. And give it about a few minutes or so, then you'll start seeing the cheese to melt on top of the plant-based patties. So while our plant-based cheeseburgers are cooking, it's time to prepare our hamburger. First, I'm going to start by using this Vegenaise. This is Vegenaise. It's very similar to mayonnaise or Miracle Whip, but it's a great alternative if you're looking for a substitute for plant-based mayonnaise or Miracle Whip. That we have our Vegenaise placed on our bun, now it's time to put the plant-based cheeseburger on top of our bun. Now we're going to start putting our toppings on top of our plant-based cheeseburger: tomatoes, onions, and lettuce. Now I'm going to put pickles. Now I'm putting on the ketchup and mustard. So now that we've finished our plant-based cheeseburger, it's time to put on our sweet potato fries. The sweet potato fries are done. We have our finished product, plant-based cheeseburger with sweet potato fries. Here's the finished product. Now it's time to taste the sweet potato fries. These are delicious. This is a winner. Thank you for taking the time to watch and listen to this video. Please comment, subscribe, and like.